remained in France for how long?
I was over for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then where did you go after that?
So I did 2 years in France, and then when did I come back home? I came back home. My daughter was born in 2004.
Okay.
So I went back to Pittsburgh, and it was just one of those things, like I said, with trying to be a father and, make sure, my daughter was good, my daughter's mom was good, and things of that nature. So didn't end up going back to France, stayed in Pittsburgh, and just worked, man. I coached a little bit, in the summertime, the next couple years, and just, like I said, just remained in shape and things like that, but just, tried to prepare myself for that next phase of life. Yeah, because I know, I had somebody to take care of now, and I think the fact that, I saw that side of the business.
So what kind of work would you find yourself getting into? Because I know usually dudes that play, they wanna get into coaching. Some people go and get into other line of work. Mm-hmm. What kind of line of work would you find yourself getting into now that you put the rock down? So
yeah, no, I mean, I always wanted to coach, so I kept that in the back of my mind. Just what I'm saying. But after we left Pittsburgh, came back to New York, and then I just ended up working. I worked for the city council. So
politics.
Yeah, I got into politics, so to speak. So a friend of mine put me in touch with some people at City Hall, and then I started to work with some of the council members from the Bronx. So I got into that. I did that for like 3 or 4 years, probably 4. And that was a unique experience in itself too, man, because politics is kind of like, now I'm starting to realize it, as the years go on, but it's kind of like coaching, right? Because, you have to deal with people, you have to kind of be political, you have to shake hands, kiss babies, recruiting, all that stuff. So it's kind of similar. So I think that helped me to transition into kind of, what I'm doing now. Mm-hmm. But it was a unique experience. So it was when Bloomberg was in office. So it was a lot of different, people, a lot of people that are in, certain positions now. When you look at like Letitia James and like I said, like Eric Adams, and those people were coming up at different stages in their career. So I was seeing those folks, which is crazy now, to see them, what lines of what positions they're in now. Right. But yeah, so I did that, and then after that, it was just kind of like, let me try to get into this coaching thing full force.
Having that work experience under your belt, I don't know what maybe political perspective you might have had as an individual, but obviously African Americans, we're lacking in political awareness, political effectiveness, having a political voice. So gaining that experience, did it like heighten your understanding or sensitivity to the fact that, my people need to be impacting policy more? Did that heighten your level of awareness regarding that?
Yeah, no, I think absolutely. So I we used to have so we had an office at City Hall, 250 Broadway, downtown Manhattan. And we had a district office on the Grand Concourse, 176 in the Grand Concourse. So the things, obviously it's different areas, right? So, but the district office was to service the constituents, the people in the community. Obviously being from the Bronx, you realize what's going on, but firsthand, like dealing with the people that were coming in and having to go through some of those experiences of what people were dealing with in the communities, in terms of lack of housing, food insecurity, lack of education, whatever it may be. But the people I was having to service and deal with, the experience was so, I guess we call it invaluable, because I learned so much about my people. You know what I mean? Yeah. And at the time I was like, man, like, if if I could sit in here as a young black man and make a difference, and they looking at me, and I was coming in with a suit every day and all that kind of stuff, and looking at me and breaking down their story and what they're going through, and asking me for certain, services that they may need. Like, how can I not be sensitive to this? You know what I mean? And we talking about 176 in the Grand Concourse. So you can imagine what's going on over there, in that district. So it just allowed me to see, different things, like I said, in the community, and being, once again, a young black man, and being able to help, whether it be the youth, whether it be, the seniors, or, what I'm saying, just with, in experience of what people are going through. I was just like, man, it's amazing, because I think at a lower level, and I say lower level because it's not, president and vice president and stuff like that. But that's where things need to get done. That's where I'm talking about, like, the community leaders, right? I'm talking about the local politicians. That's where stuff really goes down, and that's where I think when you look at it now, the impact has to be made, because once again, we're going through some funny times, to say the least, right? So if we don't start here and try to, it's not gonna be good. So I learned a lot, but dealing with the people, in the communities.
Most definitely.